Hello everyone, it's Luphisra here. Today I'll be playing more Runaway, a road adventure. Okay. We're supposed to convince Susan to help us with this cleaning up the crucifix. Is it possible to clean on my own though?
No, what good would it do to give that to her? The worst thing that can happen is that she restores it after finishing with all the other objects left. I can't wait that long, though.
How do I convince her to do anything?
The tank is half full.
Tank is half full.
Some of the objects have a numbered sticker under them. The number must show what order they're supposed to be restored in.
Or am I supposed to switch out the numbers?
I don't think any of these things will help me at all.
Oh no, I thought I could switch the number tag, like one with the something and then...
Cool. I'll trade it for the object that's next on the list to be restored. Done. The doctor didn't even notice.
Okay. And I'll just wait. Pretty easy, yeah? Hello, the Hermit Gamer. Welcome to the streams. Good to see you. How you doing? Okay, while we wait for her, we can explore the museum a little bit, I think.
I can see that Gina and Clive have gone on that casual little stroll around the museum. There's no doubt about it. Clive's the same old guy as ever. He'd ignore his own mother to chase after a woman.
Getting better at the fever I got last on the counter. You got a fever? How did that happen? You get flu or something?
Let's see. This is a 2-volume treatise on anthropology. It's chock full of books and exotic items. It's chock full of books and exotic items.
I woke up feeling extremely warm, more than the ambient temp. And that's how I discovered you got a fever, but you had no idea how you contacted the virus. Did the doctor say what it was? It's like a cold or something?
I hope the museum doesn't go up in flames like Gina's hospital room did. There's something inside. Let's take a look. It's an empty package of coffee.
Empty package of
I
coffee.
don't know what I'd need that for.
Fine, don't need it. Didn't go to the doc, just buried it myself for 4 days. But why? Why did you not go to the doctor? At least tell me you got medication at home.
No doubt about it. The laboratory for doing analyses has got to be behind this door. It's a public phone.
Public phone. The phone book. Because this is... I've forgotten what time period this is. The 90s, I think? Budget had some basic over-the-counter meds for the occasion. Was in no position to head out on my own. But you did take medication, so you're feeling better, right? If you're able to, still go see a doctor's though. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, the janitor.
Hello?
Hey, you're a friend of Clive's, aren't you? I saw you come in with him and that hot babe.
Yes, my name is Brian. Brian Basco.
Brian? Dude, what a name! Are you a geek or what? I'm Willie. I'm in charge of administration.
You're called Willie and you're judging someone with a name for Brian? I mean, seriously?
No, dude. I mean, I'm gonna smack you silly if you don't quit yapping. I'm not a maid, I'll have you know. This whole museum would go to pot if it wasn't for me. And besides, you should know that I run my own small business.
Okay, guy, calm down. What kind of small business are you running?
Let's just say I represent a laboratory equipment factory. Here, take one of my cards in case you need any of our fine products.
William P. Dustin, laboratory equipment. There's a phone number on it. Thanks, I'll keep it in mind. What can you tell me about Dr. Oliva?
Hello? Hey, Mr. Potter!
Mr. Potter.
Yeah, you know, it's always a pleasure to do business with you. What do you need this time? 100x eyepiece for an optical microscope? I'll have to see if they're in stock, but I probably can. Let me check with the warehouse, okay? Call me back in 10 minutes. Sure. We'll discuss price.
Oh, this guy's busy. He's doing black market thing
See ya.
with lab equipment, I think.
Hey, dude, let's drop the small talk. I got other affairs going on. Well, you know how it is. Business is business.
Okay, goodbye. He's going up the stairs. Let's see where to. Look at him jive along.
Oh, he's going to locked area. Is he stealing from the museum?
No way! Willie knows the combination to get into the analysis laboratory. I don't know how he got the combination because I highly doubt he's authorized to go in there. Now I think I know where the laboratory equipment factory that Willie supposedly represents is really located.
Okay, yeah, he's stealing from the museum. Just took basic paracetamol. That was mostly water sleeping. Please eat something too. But when you are feeling better, maybe you should consider seeing the doctors. Just in case. I can't take any of his items, damn it.
Triceratops, late Cretaceous, found in North America, Alberta, Colorado, Montana, South Dakota, Saskatchewan, and Wyoming. Tyrannosaurus rex, late Cretaceous era, found in North America, Alberta, Montana, Saskatchewan, Texas, and Wyoming.
Stoner archetype, definitely up to no good. As for that, we'll see. Yeah, as for the janitors, definitely his teeth. You know that now. He is stealing from the museum. How did they not notice that they're missing so many items? It's a wonder. And I mean, if you're actually feeling much better and not really sick anymore, then maybe you don't have to go. But if you still are sick after a week or two, I still suggest going to see the doctors just in case. Okay, this is Mayan arts.
I don't know much about art, but this all looks amazing.
They're creepy though.
It's a Mayan god. It's a human figure dressed as a king with some kind of bowls at his feet. I guess those objects represent the offerings the Maya made to their kings and gods. This looks like a teapot. Just amazing. From the little I know, Mayan civilization has always been shrouded in mystery and superstition. They've even been linked with extraterrestrials. I'm clueless, but something tells me this must have been some sort of altar or a sacred part of the Mayan culture.
Hey, where'd I go? Do I go up? Is there somewhere I can go next? Okay, there are arrows there, but I can't go anywhere. Okay, never mind then. Oh, he's back.
This controls access to the analysis laboratory.
I don't have no powder or anything.
William P. Dustin. Laboratory equipment. There's a phone number on it, too. I bet it's for Willie's cell phone. The way it's shaped, it'd be a spiffy bottle opener.
I imagine it's a key of some sort. Let's ask this lady.
Hi there again, Doctor.
What do you want now?
Did I not talk to her about all these things?
Must be pretty interesting to work in this museum.
It could be interesting if I were an employee, but I've been asking for an assistant to help me get this department in shape.
Yeah, I already talked about this.
Just what does your work consist of?
My job is to restore works of art. And let me tell you something. No one in the world does it better than I do.
What are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm using a small lathe.
How are the...
The museum uses the latest scanner, which, of course,
Okay. Yeah, I've talked all about
I'll
this
just let you
before.
work.
fine.
It looks like some sort of talcum powder container.
Oh, can I take it?
This might come in handy.
Is there powder in it?
It looks a lot like fingerprinting dust police use.
Ah. Can I use it on the path then? What's this?
Could be a briefcase full of varnish.
Can I take it?
Take this one here. It's colorless, but it could come in handy.
Okay.
It doesn't look very powerful. I think it could be made stronger by putting in a larger ruby.
I got a piece of amber?
That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me.
Okay, never mind then. Okay, fingerprint powder on the door thing. And the powder dust we need to call. Yeah. Okay, so we can try powdering the thing.
Use the powder to see the fingerprints on the keys? Good thinking! But I don't think I could see them very well with that alone. Besides, how would I know which prints are Willie's and which are mine to find out the right combination?
Have you even you touched the thing already? I didn't let him touch the thing though. Did I make him touch the keypad? Okay, varnish.
Good idea. Go for it. Now I can't touch any of the keys. If I leave a fingerprint behind, it would ruin the entire plan. The next thing I have to do is get Willie to enter the combination that opens the door, so his fingerprints are left behind on the right keys.
Okay, so call him now. Yes, so we are right. Call him on the phone.
No. You won't get anywhere doing that.
Call him. Why do you not want to call him?
William P. Laboratory. There's a phone.
Or do we just go talk to him until he gets another business?
Hi, Willie.
Hey man, how's it going?
What can you tell me about Dr. Oliva?
That crazy doc? She's a hysterical pain in the butt. She's one bitter obsession piece about her work. You can tell I don't like her, huh? She's always breathing down my neck over something or other. And besides that, she's damn ugly. Your little friend Clive? Now there's one cool guy. And I'm not just saying it because you're gonna repeat it to him. I don't kiss up to nobody.
This Mayan art exhibition is a pretty big deal, isn't it?
Hell yeah, totally, dude. What gripes me most is that it's opening in 3 days, and that dustbag, Dr. Oliva, is putting in overtime here day and night to get all the stuff ready for this mess. I don't feel sorry for that old bag, you hear? She can take a hike for all I care. But I'd feel much more relaxed if she'd be less of a fixer and a fixture. Know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. What did she do to you?
Listen, I wanted to ask you something about the analysis laboratory.
Shoot.
I saw that only authorized personnel are allowed in.
Yeah, I guess the stuff they've got up there is worth a lot of loot, so they keep a lid on it. Plus, there's a stone mask up there right now for this dumb exhibition. Must be pricey. It's called the Sunny You Cheesy or something like that. It has a big ruby stuck on its forehead. If I could get my hands on that, sweet!
So I'm assuming he stole the ruby.
I notice you have to type in a combination to open the door. You wouldn't happen to know it, would you?
Sorry, dude. I'm not allowed into that lab.
I don't want to take up any more of your time, Willie. See you later.
See ya.
How do I get him to enter the passcode? Clive's office? Use the phone first? Oh. I can try that.
Good idea. I'll call Willie and try to get him to enter the analysis laboratory. That way, I can try.
I thought I had to use the card on the phone, but you just used the phone.
This card he gave me as his real phone number.
What the fuck? Okay. I was complicating things.
Hello?
Mr. Dustin?
Yeah, that's me. What can I do for you?
Well, my name is Frank Steiger. I'm a friend of Mr. Potter's. He told me you could furnish me with some products that I need.
Sure. It's a pleasure to do business with a friend of Mr. Potter's. He's one of my best customers, you know. By the way, your voice sounds familiar. Do we know each other, Mr. Steiger?
No, I don't think so.
Well, anyway, what can I do?
He couldn't have pretended to have another accent or something.
Eyepieces. Yeah, eyepieces for optical microscopes.
Whoa! This must be repeat request night. Seems like everyone's looking for the same thing.
Come again?
Nothing, Mr. Stagger. Just running off at the mouth. Tell me, what kind of eyepieces do you need? I can tell you I got a nice set of 100Xs.
Well, I was looking for some 200X eyepieces, actually.
200, huh? Well, I'll have to check the warehouse. Call me back in 10 minutes and I'll tell you if we have any in stock.
Okay, talk to you soon then.
Talk to you soon, Mr. Steiger.
He's coming up now. I'll hide behind here.
Yeah, he's not authorized to go in there, but he just somehow knows.
Wait for Willie to leave the lab before going in there myself. It'd be embarrassing for the two of us to run into each other.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go somewhere else. Maybe he'll come out and I can go in. Okay, use the powder here.
Perfect. Now I can tell which keys have Willie's fingerprints on them and guess the combination. I'll only dust the keys that have varnish on them. Cool. Now I can tell Willie's fingerprints apart from mine, no problem. And it looks like the varnish dried completely with the powder on it. So now I can press the keys without having to worry about erasing the fingerprints. The numbers that make up the code are 1, 3, 7, and 8.
1, 3, 7, 8.
The right combination. If I remember right, when I saw Willie enter the combination, the sounds the keys made went something like No, that's not right. They sounded more
No.
like this.
I know, shut up. It's supposed to be from Jerk. It does look like, though.
No, that's No, that's
Supposed to be the heavy fingerprint first, though.
Oh, that's... Yeah, that's it. 8137. I won't forget.
How is it
combination.
8137? It's supposed to be like logic is supposed to be from the darkest to the lightest.
Dark in here, but I'd better not turn on the lights. I don't want anyone to find me here.
This is weird.
I wouldn't want to have to use this, so I'd better watch how I handle the devices in here.
Mind the security camera. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna take a look.
This must be the high-tech scanner that Clive was talking about. It looks like it can date and analyze the makeup of a piece of art, as well as performing a morphological study on the piece in order to catalog it using an enormous database. It will undoubtedly help me find out more about the crucifix once I've had it restored.
I mean, Clive should be fine with us being here. I mean, we're not seeing anybody. We're friends. You know, but I don't know the bad guys who are spying on us with the security camera.
It's filled with liquid nitrogen. I'm quite familiar with these from my university days.
I'm not gonna touch that.
It looks like a thermal chamber used to keep pieces of art under ideal conditions of temperature and humidity. The Sun of Uxitsa star display at the Mayan art exhibition has gotta be in there.
Yeah, but we don't want it though.
The ruby on that thing is huge. It's an old key or something.
I'm not gonna take any of those things. I'm not a klepto. At least not like that.
It's an electron microscope.
So I made it in here and then what? Also, funny. There's a camera in this room. 2 cameras actually. One over here at the door, one at the back. How is it that no one caught the janitor from coming in here and secretly selling stuff yet? Have they actually really not noticed that there have been missing items? There's really nothing we can do inside here, even though I sneaked in. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we went in, but what? If nothing we really can do in this area for now. He hasn't done clean this one yet, so I have to wait.
Just amazing. From the little I know, they've even been linked with extraterrestrials.
What else can do them now?
Check out this large bone. Must be from some prehistoric animal.
So I've actually swapped the item. I just have to wait. I snuck into the locked area. What else can I do? Do I need to trigger the lady from cleaning the next object or what?
For different types of coffee, cappuccino, espresso, cafe au lait, ice blended mocha. I think the little red light that's on means it's out of coffee.
Analysis lab. Take the strange key near the fire extinguisher and try operating the glass case handle area. Try operating glass case keypad. Take the ladle near the room's liquid nitrogen tank. I need to steal stuff from in the analysis lab? Why? It's like I'm not trying to smuggle things. I'm trying to I came in because I saw the other guy doing it. Oh, great. Now I have to become a klepto, like actually take stuff.
Maybe I'll find a place to use it. Well, how about that? There was a note under it. Let's see. Clive, here is the ancient Aztec key all clean and polished like you requested. Next time don't wait so long before having it cleaned. It was disgustingly filthy. See you next Monday. Signed by a guy named Ron. So the key belongs to Clive. Well, I'll just give it to him later.
Okay, this is not a museum piece, okay. But yeah, I just feel like it's a early 2000 game, I guess, retro. It's weird. It's weird.
Not a good idea to put anything in there. It must be crucial for certain delicate pieces of art to be at the right temperature and humidity. Let's take a peek. I know it can't be opened manually. I think you have to push that button over there to open it.
That button over there? What button?
It activates the thermal chamber opening system.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Clive Kastropoulos.
Name invalid. Access denied.
I don't think I'll get it to open that way.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Susan Oliva.
Name invalid. Access denied.
I don't think I'll get it to open that way.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't work. There's a ladle near the back. There's a ladle.
Me of the ones they used to taste wine.
I'm supposed to take this? I thought it was part of a pipe or something.
Looks like the ones used for wine tasting.
Apparently not. Okay. I find it strange though. This tank can't be opened by... Okay, I don't know if it's because my voice is not like accurate, you know, since it's Brian's voice, but Susan and Clive's name can open this thing. It could be they have to use their own voice, maybe. I'm just gonna assume that's the case because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Right? Why the owner and the lab person can't open this tank. Can I try the generators?
Manual. It activates.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
William P. Dustin.
Name invalid. Access denied.
I don't think I'll get it to open that way.
Yeah, it has to be the same voice, I think. I don't know why I keep having to only have like I can't resave over another one. It's so weird. This is
I'll ask when I get.
I have to give it to Clive. Not that I know where he is.
There's not a soul in the street. Just that munchkin over there, who seems to be waiting for someone.
Waiting for the Mafia people to show up and capture you. Duh.
I love that mask in the middle. That doesn't make sense. I don't think that's a good plan. I don't like that idea. No. I don't like that idea.
Hey, nothing. I can't go to anywhere else in the museum, man. Even if I put it number 1, it's still taking forever to clean. I need to trigger it somehow, I think.
It looks like the ones used for wine tasting.
What do I need the ladder for?
You won't get anywhere doing that. You won't get. That doesn't make sense. There are different types of coffee. Cappuccino, espresso, cafe au lait, ice blended mocha.
Yeah, where in the hell is our friend and the lady? Like, honestly, is the museum that big? How long do they need to go stroll on for? I need to take the books in Clive's office? And use the key on the crack beneath. Steal the voice recorder. Oh, then I have to talk to the janitor, record his voice. Unlock the thing, I think. Or talk to Susan.
I was never very interested in this subject, but I may need the books to find my way around the museum. Hey, look what was hidden under the books on the table. It's an X-shaped crack.
Yeah, I never would have done that. Why would I pick up random books?
Fits perfectly. Aha! Look what we have here. A hidden safe. It's a voice recorder. Well, okay. I'll just borrow it from Clive for a while. Then I'll give it back to him.
Okay. So I talked to Susan?
Excuse me, Doctor. Could you tell me your name again?
Dr. Susan Oliva. It's marked clearly on the door.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Let's see if the plan works.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Dr.
Susan.
Name invalid. Access denied.
What in the world? Oh, the battery went dead right when I needed it. I'll take the battery out of the tape recorder. Gotta find a battery with some power.
Ah, fucking hell. What convoluted puzzles again? Battery. Is there a battery thing here?
I think all of those objects have been restored already. What in the world is that contraption for? That doesn't seem like a very good idea to me.
I need to find a battery or a way to charge the battery. How do I do that?
Let's see if it fits. Perfect! Fits like a glove.
Wait. I managed to fix the battery into the ladle. Then what? Do I put it somewhere so it could, like, what? Got an energy buzzing through it or something? What am I supposed to do with it?
I don't get it. I don't like that idea. You won't get anywhere.
Enter the lab. Use voice recorder. I did already. I already did. Then this thing went out of battery. I took the battery out. It's in the ladle now, and I don't know what to do with the ladle. I need to charge it somehow. But what machine can I use it on to charge it? Because I don't see anything here that could charge it. Return to the lab. Nitrogen tank. Frozen battery. That is very convoluted. Like, personally, I would never use the tank, like, because it's dangerous, but apparently, okay.
Well, this is a good opportunity to check whether you can restore some of a dead battery's energy by lowering its temperature.
I don't know. I never, that's not something that I have knowledge about.
Let's remove the battery from the ladle. The battery is definitely frozen. I hope it'll make the tape recorder run now.
Yeah, I that's not something that's common knowledge.
Hope the recorder will work now.
Thanks for that. Definitely needed help in this game. Okay, please. Please work.
I hope the battery lasts long enough.
Please state your name for the voice identification system.
Dr. Susan Oliva.
Identification verified. Good evening, Dr. Oliva. Please remember that the chamber will automatically close in 30 seconds.
It worked! I shouldn't do this, but I've already had to do so many other crazy things tonight. I hope nothing serious happens to it once it's outside the thermal chamber.
I'm gonna ruin my friend's life by taking all the Mayan stuff.
You'll never get the ruby out with your fingers. It's wedged in really tight. Good idea. Maybe I can use it to get the ruby out. Cool! It worked!
I better be able to put it back. I don't want to ruin my friend's life, I swear. Okay, I will use the ruby on the laser.
Let's see if I can put this one in place of the one that's already there. Fantastic! I think this will make the laser beam much more powerful. Now I'll wait for the doctor to come and use the laser.
Just in time.
It worked! My heart goes out to the good doctor, but there was nothing else I could do.
I need an iced mocha now.
I need an iced mocha? There's no iced mocha.
The tank is half full.
How do I get coffee for iced mocha? You have coffee, girl, somewhere?
Seems like a kind of old-fashioned model. It's empty. There's an empty package of coffee inside.
Empty package of coffee. Spec coffee machine, already did that. Did it take bowl full of... There's a bowl full of coffee beans? Well, I'll go over there right now.
Hey, that bowl there has something that looks a lot like coffee in it. I'm grabbing it. Maybe I can use this to make Dr. Oliva some coffee.
Yeah, this game's something I realized you definitely need to look at items more than once, because it's not like Nancy Drew where you automatically look at everything and just can take everything. In this game, I realized that sometimes the first time you look at it, Brian doesn't think anything is important. But as the story progresses, like, if you look again, then you realize, hey, there's something I need. Like, he needs to know that he needs it before he would grab it. Which, in a way, it's kind of more realistic, but also kind of annoying when you're playing a point-and-click game. Because you wish he would just take everything. George is spoiled us of being clubbed. Yeah, George and Nancy Drew. Gabriel Knight, too. They just take everything they see. And I'm just so used to that. Of, like George and Nancy and all being kleptos. But then I come across this guy who's, like, not a klepto. Well, not as much as George and Nancy is. Okay, I'm supposed to show the bowl to Willie. This is Willie. So that he could replenish the coffee machine so I can take coffee and then...
Willie, here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
I don't know, dude. That doesn't look like coffee to me. Anyway, those are coffee beans, and that stupid machine ain't gonna work with nothing but coffee that's all ground up, man.
Coffee beans is still coffee. You're stupid. Really. You're so stupid. Okay, I need to go to the lab. I need to use the electric thing on the coffee. Okay.
I might be able to use the lathe to grind the coffee beans.
Yeah, that's not something I would have known to do. This game definitely does have a lot of convoluted puzzles.
It worked like magic. Now this coffee-like stuff has been ground.
It's a good thing I don't mind my chat peanut gallery people to back game. Is that what you call it? Because, like,
Willie,
yeah.
Here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
This game has some LucasArts logic jumping.
Are you
It does.
crud is coffee?
For sure.
Yeah, of course it's good coffee. I buy it in bulk.
No, man, I'll pass. It's not that I don't trust you, dude, but I don't want any trouble. I'd rather use the Java I normally pick up for the machine in case I get busted.
He's so dumb. He just sits there to do nothing. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, you know what? It has so many LucasArts logic. I appreciate you just posting all the steps I need to do because I would not have known that I need to do that.
Right. It may be just what I need.
Like, I know, like, someone on YouTube commented I need to look at my inventory more, you know, and try to do stuff. And I'm like, appreciate the constructive criticism of me needing to inspect my inventory more and remember what I have, you know, which I've been doing. But the thing is, I can't think of the LucasArts logic, you know. It's not something that I would do as a person. It doesn't make sense to me, so those steps won't come in my head. So that's why I get stuck on the game so long, you know. It's just, it doesn't have logic.
Okay, start pouring. Phew, that was just the right amount. Now it looks like a brand new package of coffee.
Let's please make me put the bowl back to where the Mayan thing is. Can I put the bowl back to where the Mayan thing is? I don't need the bowl anymore. It's an old Mayan artifact. Please don't steal it. I'm already taking so much stuff and removing the movie from the, like, the ruby from the mask and shit. Like,
I don't see any reason for doing that.
why? You don't need the bowl anymore. Why are you keeping the bowl? Oh, the museum is gonna do shit with this Mayan artifact thing, you know? They're gonna get Clive in trouble.
Willie, here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
Dude, this is the brand I always use. Yeah, baby, this is right on time. See? Now I don't have to go out tomorrow and buy some. I'm gonna go fill up that junky coffee machine right away.
This Willie guy is an unusual character. Well, let's see if I can finally take this rich aromatic coffee to the doctor. I'll just wait one little moment so Willie has time to refill the machine.
Okay, so we wait and then we just go
Let's
up. And he doesn't use the staircase right beside the coffee machine. He is just... He just doesn't do it. He's just like, we'll walk one big round to use the other staircase instead.
It's working now. The red light is off.
Okay, then let's use the machine to get coffee.
Okay, I'll just get one. I hope it's nice and strong.
Let's hope so, because we destroyed a Mayan artifact. And the doctor Susan needs it. Please drink your coffee.
Here, doctor, have some coffee. It'll make you feel better. Now, that's better, isn't it? Come on, you can start working again now that you've calmed down. We wouldn't want the Mayan exhibition to be canceled because you didn't finish your work.
Oh my god.
Of course not. I'll get to work immediately, and no one's gonna stop me this time. Not even the feds.
And the bad guys are coming too. Just as we get the artifacts.
Munchkin Bob, I see you haven't grown much in the past few years. If it ain't Gustav, my one-eyed pal. It looks like the eye they ripped out of you hasn't grown back either.
Careful, Bob. Don't tempt me. Let's just get down to business. They're still in that dumb museum, right?
That's right. The car hasn't moved from the lot. We can wait here until they come out and grab them.
Without the car, they could have escaped in some other direction. Nah, I won't run the risk of having them get away again. Let's go after them. You wait here, Bob, and watch to see if the cops show up.
Okay, Gustav. Whatever you say.
Well, I had to leave the doctor alone so she could pay full attention to restoring the crucifix. But it's been a while now, and being as enthused as she was after drinking that coffee, I'm sure the crucifix is all finished. So, I'm going in.
Okay, so just let it.
It looks like the doctor is completely out of it. But I see she managed to finish restoring the crucifix. Excellent. It certainly needed polishing. Oh, looks like new. This is interesting. Now I'm sure we can find out where it came from and what it's for. I better go to the lab right away and use the scanner to check out the crucifix.
My problem is, can I not put back the ruby? Can I take the ruby from this? Can I please take the ruby back?
I'd better not.
What? You ruined the Mayan mask. You're not gonna return everything back to where it is? What are we gonna explain to our friend when he comes back? We're not gonna just run away and then ruin our friend's life, right? Oh, good grief.
Dude, what a weird night. Are you guys friends of Clive's too? First came that hot babe with Brian the Dweeb man, who I have nothing against, of course.
Oh, fuck you, Willie.
But he's a nice guy.
You're gonna die.
Man, by the way, what are those get-ups you're wearing, man?
He's an idiot, like I said.
You know what? It's about time I found out what that is. Let's see if I can figure out how to work the fancy scanner.
Let's hope, like, just Gina doesn't come back during this time. Go on a date with Clive, okay? Do whatever you want. Stay away from the museum. I will handle the two people, the freaks. I don't know, liquid nitrogen or something.
So, the crucifix is of Hopi origin. The Hopi are a Native American tribe that lives in Arizona. Great. That is an important piece of information, but I'm starting to understand this whole story.
So I imagine we're going to go Arizona
The
next.
crucifix is made of aren't valuable at all. And even though it's probably of some historical value, it'd never be worth killing people over. There must be something else behind
It leads to a treasure. I'm sure of it.
Brian, quick, follow me. It's Gina. She's in danger.
And of course, Clive comes back just in time.
I'm sorry, Brian. No! You told me you wouldn't hurt me if I handed it over to you. No!
As you can imagine, this is when things got really
Clive,
out of control.
you're also an idiot.
Fortunately, those guys were interested in knowing what we'd found out. Otherwise, I doubt they'd have let us live. Of course, that blow to the head knocked me out, and I didn't know what was going on for quite a while. When I came to, I realized that we were flying in a helicopter. My head ached and pounded, and when Gina told me what happened to Clive, well, I felt absolutely awful to know they'd done away with him. I couldn't stop thinking that if I hadn't gone to the museum that night, he'd still be...
I mean, he's an idiot. Why would he believe that the Mafia people would let him go?
And decided that feeling sorry for him would get us nowhere. The sad
I mean, come on.
I'd have the same fate as Clive if I didn't come up with a plan. The instinct for survival and a desire for revenge took over my thoughts, and I totally forgot about Clive. A bit later, the helicopter began to descend. I could see we were landing in a desert.
So the janitor Willie is an idiot. Our friend Clive is an idiot. And this dude is a heartless bitch.
Obvious they were mainly interested in Gina. As soon as we got in the cabin, they tied her to a chair and started to beat the living daylights out of me. They put me to sleep once again with a well-aimed pistol whip at the back of my neck. When I woke up, I was all turned around and I thought my head was going to explode.
I can say this is definitely a Pendulum Studios game. To not expect too much. You know, because story-wise, puzzle-wise, is very, like, iffy, you know?
Ouch! Oh, my aching head. Those wretched thugs smacked me up good. I swear these insane murderers are gonna pay for this. On top of it all, they stole everything I had on me. My wallet, my car keys, my piece of amber. Everything. I'll try to get my stuff back. But the first thing I've got to do is find out what they've done with Gina and try to get out of this huge mess in one piece. There's a fairly large crack in the middle of the door.
You need a manicure, doll? Hold on. I'll go look for some pliers.
I already told you everything I know. I was just with Johnny for a second or two, and he didn't tell me anything.
We know Johnny was talking to you at the club before we got there. You tell us what he told you, and you can leave this place in one piece.
Leave me alone. You're just a bunch of filthy murderers.
I have to help Gina. Those animals are capable of doing anything.
You know, the smart thing to do would be to try and make up a convincing lie. Not insult the people to the face knowing that they are capable of killing people. Do you know how stupid you are, Gina? Why is everyone so dumb in this game? Okay, Bellows, take it.
This could be useful.
Okay, sorry. Can I just take everything?
This is my shirt! Those jerks tore it to shreds! They couldn't even sell this at a secondhand store.
God damn it.
An all-purpose cleanser. I'll take it with me, but there's no way I'm cleaning this pigsty up.
Big stuff.
I don't see anything I'm interested in.
Okay, no? Nothing on the shelf. On the floor by the shelf. There's a crowbar.
Yeah, this should come in handy.
There's a coat rack peg on the floor by the tall shelf.
I think it's one of the pegs from the coat rack on the wall.
That would be so tiny.
This could be useful.
How would one notice that? It blends in so well in the background. Combine the cleanser. The barrel. Wait, there's something in the barrel. Hold on, let me just take everything first.
It weighs a ton.
Okay, open.
Shut.
Open it, damn it. I said open it, not move it.
It weighs a ton. Fresh Bubbles, the soft drink preferred by more Americans. There isn't even a can of soda, but it's full of huge blocks of ice.
Okay, first come take the on the barrel. Where's the barrel? There's a barrel somewhere.
It's a chamois. I may be needing this.
What is a chamois? It said rag and then it said chamois. Like I'm supposed to know.
Done. Now the chamois can be used for cleaning.
Okay. Use the chamois on the window.
Okay, that way I can get the sun to come in through the window. Let's wipe it clean. Wow, hard to believe the layer of dirt on there. Let the sun shine in.
For a moment, I thought there would be a face that showed up right outside the window as we cleaned it. Of course not.
The ice is defrosting now that the sun's hitting it, but it'd be faster if the freezer wasn't on. This would go quicker if I could switch the freezer off somehow.
I can grab the plug.
Done that. Now it'll start to defrost. All right. Now that the power to the freezer's been cut off, the lid is open and the sun is shining in on the blocks of ice. I think it'll defrost in a jiffy. It's been a while. Let me see. The ice is completely melted, but now the freezer's full of water.
So there's a drain here.
Yeah, that's how I'll empty the water out of the freezer. Okay, it looks like it's all empty now.
Okay, now I can push it.
Okay, here we go. I think I can move it now that it's empty. Cool.
And
Door.
the 2 people are death.
Telling me the solution was hiding under that heavy freezer.
The 2 people are death. Couldn't hear me moving the big ass freezer.
Try the padlock off. Done. Now I can get the heck out of this wretched cabin. Alright, I think I can slip out under the cabin. I'll be careful not to go out through the front so they don't catch me. Here we go! I made it out. I'll hide behind those rocks and think about what to do next.
Hello. What rock did you climb out from under, handsome?
Okay, that's also voiced by Lanny Manila.
He's here to rescue us, girls. We're saved.
They're all voiced by Lanny, apparently.
The one.
Did that lizard Jules send you?
Jules? Wait, hold
Except for that one, I think.
I just escaped from that cabin there. Some Mafia thugs were holding me prisoner. Me and my, a friend of mine. You've got to help me set her free. Her life is in danger.
I was just in that cabin a while ago.
I'm sorry.
Chopper fly in, and
That's a very badly disguised voice, Lanny.
with an eye patch told
I'm
me
sorry. She sounds so much like Nancy Drew.
you want to become buzzard food. Listen, cutie, we're in a jam here too. We are artistes on a nationwide tour.
I can only say Pandula Studios must be very poor when they were making this.
God-forsaken desert all this time.
Our driver Jules, who accompanied us on tour, went for help. And well, we haven't heard from Jules again. I bet that jerk took off with all the money we gave him and left us out here to become cactus fertilizer.
Jules said he knew of a shortcut through this hot desert, and that we'd get to Las Vegas much faster his way. I bet the swindler had it all planned out. I bet he broke the bus himself to steal our money and leave us.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
But I'm sure we can work together to find a way out of here. The most important thing to me is freeing Gina. Those guys are dangerous and might do away with her at any moment. And you girls have to help me.
Don't get me wrong, but I trust guys like you less and less every day. Who is this Gina woman? Why are they holding her captive in that cabin? Who are those guys you say you're running from? And most importantly, who are you?
It's a long story, and we're running out of time. Believe me, I'm one of the good guys, and I can assure you they're the bad guys. Will you help me? By the way, my name's Brian.
Hi, I'm Carla. And I'm Mariola. Charmed.
And I.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Hey, we're with you on this, you big hunk.
Oh my god.
Do you have a plan, dear?
A plan?
Of course. A plan is
Okay, now I'm very curious. Who in the world said that yesterday, and the next big thing were failures of a game?
A handsome man like
Because I know someone from the studios also said like that
You don't
the
like
games failed. Who in the world decided they were failures?
Okay.
And why is this series apparently
I think I do have a plan.
amazing?
Take a while and let the plan.
I don't know. What's so good about this series?
In the meantime, I'm gonna rehearse my new dance move.
Yeah, and I'm going to get
At least this first game. Because so far, I don't know, man. I'm not into the plot all that much. The second game is not great, though, apparently, as well. The third game is still okay.
Got it.
I mean, I'll still finish it. The help of you guys, of
You
course.
want to hear my plan?
Why don't you just wait until you got everything ready? Okay, Luscious.
Okay. Don't wear yourselves out, girls. Okay, first of all, let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. I can't waste a single moment. Gina's life is in jeopardy. Let's get down to work.
Okay. Thank you, the Harmony Gamer, for being here, because otherwise it'll be shit. Okay, this is Lula. Take the basketball, search the trunk. Okay.
I think I'll take a look and see what's inside. A basketball. It's deflated and needs some stitching, but it might be of use.
Okay. I got the bellows to make it
Setup they've got here.
puff up again, no? Into a normal basketball.
It's lying down and back.
Okay, enter. Take the vacuum.
It looks like a handle to something, like a flashlight maybe. It wasn't a flashlight after all. It's a handheld vacuum.
Take the sunglasses behind the driver's seat. Okay. Take the...
It's full of necklaces. I don't need any neckwear.
Sunglasses behind in the counter behind the driver's seat. Where is it though? I can't see it.
There's no way to do that manually.
I don't see sunglasses though. Where's the sunglasses? Aisle of lipstick.
I'll just grab whichever. I don't plan on using any myself, but I might use it for something else.
Where is the...
A bunch of rings. I don't want to...
Okay, where is the... Oh, this is the sunglass.
It's okay. I'm sure the girls have plenty. Maybe I'll show how thoughtful I am by giving them to Gina as a present.
Yeah, I'm stealing other people's stuff to give it to as a present. Of course. Okay, grab the needle and the thread.
It looks like shoe repair thread, and there's a needle next to it. I'll take the needle too. Maybe I can use it somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to stitch it.
Stitch up the basketball.
That turned out better than I expected.
Bellows.
I can blow it up with this doohickey. It worked! You can't even tell where I stitched it up. Work.
Oh, I thought it would deflate. It's okay though. All right, then talk to Carla.
It looks like she's asleep, but I don't think she really is, because she keeps sipping on her cocktail.
Okay, wait.
Excuse me, Carla?
Yes, honey.
You look exhausted.
Utterly, darling. Listen, I was a bit indisposed when I woke up yesterday because of some stomach trouble, so I took a pill I keep just for these occasions. The trouble is, I forgot.
I will say I like the music at this part though.
Because they knock you out. So I had a Turkish passion in the evening. I invented that nectar-like delight, by the way. Ooh, sister, you can't imagine what happened. It's like I was frozen in space. My graceful body seemed to weigh a ton. Just horrid. I'm feeling a tad better today, but I'm still a...
Your graceful body? I mean, I'm sure it can be graceful, but you would definitely weigh a ton, even if you're graceful. Have you seen yourself? I'm just saying. Nothing against people who are big size, but I mean, you don't deceive yourself. Just saying.
I just happen to have a bit of heartburn. You wouldn't let me try one of those pills you take, would you?
Darn, I just ran out. When I went to take one yesterday, there were only 2 left in the bottle. I took one and dropped the other one, which fell through that grating on the floor.
Okay.
of which,
Tell me what you want from me, oh youthful beauty.
I'll let you get some rest, Carla. See ya.
Toodaloo, cutie.
Okay, I will say here though, I know a lot of people say that Lonnie Manila is a great voice actress, and she is. She's voiced a lot of characters, but sometimes her characters, like her voice, I mean, it's so obvious that it's her, you know? Like, even when she's trying to fake an accent or sound differently, like, if you know her voice, you can somehow recognize it. But okay, vacuum on the grating.
Good idea. Maybe I can find the pill that Carla dropped. I'll open up the vacuum cleaner bag and see if Lady Luck is on my side. Bingo! Here's the pill.
So, cleanser.
I don't.
Okay. Shoulder hurts. On the world map, visit the hangar, large building up the road with the thugs. Try entering the barn as to appear through the window. Put the pill into Rocco's spear. Okay, where do I go from here? Tuck's cabin. Visit the hangar. Large building.
I think there's someone over there. I'm afraid he's not one of the good guys. He looks like a buff type of guy that might shoot you in the back. He must be guarding that barn or something. I can't let him see me. I'll take a peek through that crack there. Inside is the chopper they used to bring us to this desert. Of course. Now I understand why that lummox is there. They're using the barn as a hangar and he's guarding. I'll enter through the rear window. Excellent choice. If what Carla told me about the effects of the pill being mixed with alcohol is right, this guy will go out like a light. Fast. But it's impossible to do it without him noticing. I have to distract him somehow in order to stick the pill into the can behind his back.
Nothing like a cool brewski in this heat.
I need to distract him. So I did the basketball already.
I bet no one can get as many cans in a row into the basket as me.
Okay.
Good beer, I tell you.
Go return to Lola and give her the basketball.
Yeah, there's something to that idea. Maybe I can get Lula to admit who she really is and get her to distract the muscle man in the barn. Lula, come look!
Hey, big boy, I didn't know you liked sports. Hmm? Where did you get that basketball? Throw it to Lula. This is the ball from the first match I won my first title at.
I knew it! Give up the act, sister. You're Lou Lemaire, aren't you? And I see you can still work wonders with a basketball.
Of course. I've still got the magic.
Who the freak is Lou Lemaire?
I think I was named most valuable player in the league 3 years in a row.
Too bad that all went by the wayside when you messed up that last basket in the 95 finals, huh?
It was a personal foul, for goodness sake. That vision impaired bad of a referee didn't see it. Those journalist leeches looked the other way. Everyone in the whole pavilion was blinded by my grandeur. But it was a personal foul.
Okay. Pipe down, Lula. That's all in the past now. Best not to stir up old memories. After all, who hasn't missed a basket at some point? When completely alone under the basket? While vying to win the NBA Finals? It really isn't that important.
Dare you insinuate that there was no foul,
No, of course not. Of course there was a foul. On purpose, too. What's important now is you gotta help me out by distracting that guy I told you about. Being who you
Yeah,
are.
how am I supposed to know that this guy was the basketball like champion at one point?
Sure, you'll beat him easy, and that way you can soften the Studley thing up a bit.
All right, you win. But with
Again, it's one of those Lucas Arts logic thing.
that all that hearsay about my past remains entre nous. I really want to protect Carla and Mariola from this. And two, well, look. Ever since ever since that personal foul that kept me from making that basket in the finals, I've been drained of my self-confidence. I'll probably prance up to the sky, and I won't know what to say or do. So, you have to come along and talk for me.
But that's impossible. I can't let him catch sight of me or he'll recognize me. He has to have seen me when they brought me in the helicopter.
Yes, I understand. Well, I've got it. Listen, dear, we have some of those cutesy little receivers you place inside your ear. They blend in entirely. We use them for some of our cabaret acts. Here's the plan. I stick it in, and you use the walkie-talkie to whisper my lines to me. Tell me you love the idea?
I guess it's okay. Let's try it.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? This is private property, so you better vacate the premises.
Well, you see, didn't you say he was an Adonis?
Calm down, Lula. Tell him you were just passing through, that you saw what nice hoops he was shooting into the tank, and he's not bad.
Well, as I said, I was passing along and saw you toss some cans at that tank. And I said to myself, ooh, this guy's pretty hot. At basketball, that is.
Pretty hot? Very hot, you mean? I don't think you'll come across anyone that can shoot hoops like me.
Oh my god.
That way, he'll get out of the way, and I can come right on in.
Well, to tell you the truth, hot stuff, I can shoot baskets just as well as you can. And from even further away.
Yeah, right. You must be joking, aren't you? You don't really think you can beat me?
Follow me if you dare, and I'll show you.
I shouldn't leave my post, but Rocco Wallace is always willing to take on a challenge. I'll laugh my head off teaching this ditz a lesson.
Yeah, he's basketball champion. Sorry, dude.
Anyway, I see there are quite a few empty cans around here. Ooh, look at this.
How about that? I have to admit you ain't bad, but I can do better.
Watch
I have to
me
take
and
advantage
read,
of this
dog.
nice moment of privacy to do whatever I
Be
need to
this
do.
if you can.
All I need to do is put the pill in the thing.
Hey, I can spike the beer now that the gorilla's left his cage. There we go. I hope he finishes that can before opening another. I think he's coming back. Better take off so Biceps Boy doesn't find me and ruin everything at the last moment.
So I'm just gonna hide.
Cross your fingers.
Man, that last sip of beer was...
Rocco is like blind for not being able to see us. We're not that far away.
I better have another drink.
Congratulations, it worked! He is so tired he can barely move. Hey pal, what? Feeling drowsy, are we?
What are you doing here, Pipsqueak? I don't know how you got out of the cabin, but as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna grind you into hamburger meat. Just wait for this dizzy spell to pass, and you're gonna get it.
You're in no state to be threatening anyone, Mac. When you snap out of it, if you do, we'll be long gone. Okay, we can't waste a second. I'll go open the barn door. That chopper will get us all out of this dust bowl. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina, and we'll escape through the trap.
Apparently we're at chapter
When
3.
those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. Somehow locking the bad guys inside the cabin so they can't come after us. Last of all, part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert, so going on foot is out. And to get away, we can use the helicopter. Don't really.
This chapter is supposedly longer than most. Okay, let me save first. Not sure why I keep having this. Okay. So grab stuff.
You better head straight for the cabin before
paint is no
Gustav and
good.
Theodore realize you.
Can I grab?
Because it's all covered with paint.
Oh, it's fine. Sorry then.
I can
Yeah,
hardly
peanut butter.
move.
All right, maybe it will be useful at some point.
Peanut butter.
I'd better carry it with the lid on.
Yeah, keep that jar away from me. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? This mere little glass jar? And here I thought you were a tough guy.
It's not the jar that's dangerous. It's the wild ants in this area.
Ants?
Yeah, they go berserk over peanut butter.
Listen, you're worse off than I thought.
Think whatever you like, moron. See that wood left over behind there? It was a nice old rocking chair. A few days ago, I left a jar of peanut butter open on it. And when I came back a few hours later, the rocking chair was just as you see it now, with a million ants all over it.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
I mean, some insects can be terrifying. Do you know termites? Brian? Supposedly like a college or university student or something and you don't know about termites? Come on, man. Okay, crowbar.
It reminds me of one my dad used to have in the backyard. As a kid, I'd entertain myself by banging on it with a baseball bat. The truth is, I was a bit wild in those years. Yeah, it'd be nice for me to relive old times and unleash some of that.
You're lower than pond scum.
It's very therapeutic.
If I find out you had something to do with the way I'm feeling,
It's one of the footrests from the
ready to
motorcycle. It
suffer.
fell off when I hit it with the crowbar.
Oh, visit the oil well on the map. Okay. I'll come back to you later.
I can hardly.
Wow, an oil well. It seems pretty old. I bet it's been running for years. Yeah, I like the idea of tinting the lenses so it looks darker through them. Let's try.
Yeah, I don't think this is how you do it in real life, but sure. Moon logic in a point-and-click adventure game. Don't think too seriously about it.
Done.
Okay. And then, wait, you should, like, okay, hold on. I need to go back to the house. The cabin to grab something. What am I supposed to grab again?
I'd love to rock myself to sleep, but now's no time for a nap.
The bucket beneath the house support.
All right, I might use it for something.
Okay, then return to the drag queen. When she puts her glasses down, switch out the glasses.
Good idea. That way Mariola will think she has a darker tan. Careful, she better not notice. She didn't see a face.
Yeah, of course they didn't.
Tanning oil. Mariola, do you mind if I borrow your tanning oil?
Oh, all right, take it. I think I already have a luscious tan. Tell me, honey, don't you find me irresistible?
Oh yeah, you're one hot babe with that tan. Thanks for the suntan oil.
Like, I know it's supposed, I think, like,
Sun, but I might need a
PG-13 game or something, but she's wearing too much to have an even tan. I'm just saying. Okay, I got the tanning oil. Enter the bus. Use the footrest on the axle.
Yeah, I think they'll fit together somehow. Perfect. Now the lever's as good as new. It works! The door closed. Let's see what's inside. This might come in handy.
Okay. Let's go to the refrigerator.
Let's see if I'm lucky. And this key is the one to the fridge. Well, let's see what we've got here. I'll grab the butter.
Okay, grab the butter.
Looks like Carla didn't even notice. But I locked the door again just in case.
Okay, let's go to the airplane graveyard. Over here.
Wow, looks like the railroad tracks come all the way up to here. Although judging by the look of that train car, the tracks must be from the 1800s.
I don't know if this is the... Wait. Let me take a look. This Cactus Meadows. No, there's this place.
An airplane graveyard. And as far as I can tell, most of them are military aircraft. From around the time of World War II, I'd say.
Okay, take the helmet.
It's a bit old, but it might save me from any other punches.
Okay, and the one thing is about this game is that I don't have anything to highlight all the stuff. Okay, grab this bullet belt thing.
It's in good shape, and I could actually use it if I find some bullets to fill it up.
Inspect the machine gun.
It's a little rusty, but I bet it might still work if I grease it up.
Okay, grease it up.
It's not the best kind of oil to grease it up with, but it should work. Alright, I think it'll work now. Let's see how that works. Perfect. The cabin is within shooting range.
All right. I will load it up first. Can I load it up?
What for if it's empty?
Oh, I need ammunition. It's empty. Okay. Go to the abandoned train car. Enter the car. And take a screw.
Let's see what's inside. Yuck! Ugh! It doesn't smell very good in here.
Screw in the nearby bucket.
It's chock full of screws. I think it's one of the ones they used to build the train tracks. No, I'm not going to take the whole bucket full, but I will take one screw. It's long, so it might be good for something.
Take the package of shelled peanuts. Use the crowbar on the barrels.
This barrel here is the only one that's closed. Let's see if I can get it open. I wonder what's inside. Peanuts! I wonder how long they've been in the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the top of the screw might fit right into the opening on the peg. Presto! They fit together so well that I'll never be able to pull them apart again.
Okay, use bucket in the gunpowder XXX. Bucket.
What? Just start whacking at the barrel? I don't believe that'll get you very far. Sure, I can use this to drill a hole in the barrel, no problem, but I need something to pour the gunpowder into when it starts spurting out.
Do I combine the two?
I don't get. I don't think that. Aha! I'll place the bucket at the bottom of the barrel so the gunpowder falls in when I screw the hole into the barrel.
Okay, so I need to do that. A bit convoluted, but sure.
I've got it! I'll drill a hole in the.
Yes, don't repeat that. Definitely it's more made for kids, I can say that. That's why they're explaining everything. I'm just a bit annoyed as an adult.
Sweet! Now the bucket's full of gunpowder.
Okay, then take this.
Full to the top with gunpowder. Cool. There's enough gunpowder here to last quite a while. I like that idea. Turning harmless lipstick into a high-caliber bullet. Yeah! Here we go. I'll dab a little gunpowder on the base. Ready. No need to put any more gunpowder on it. Let's see how well it fits. Perfect! Now let's see if I can make some more bullets to finish filling up the belt.
And then I can go back to the drag queen area to see if I can grab more lipstick to make more bullets.
It's old, but seems...
Okay, see, how about that? Let's go back. Okay, I want to go. I want to leave. I want to go and make more bullets. Okay, shut up.
Yes, I'm taking them all. With all these, I can make a bunch of bullets.
Okay.
All right. With all this lipstick, I can make 100 pursefuls of bullets. Ready. There was just enough gunpowder to fill up all the lipstick holders.
Nice.
All right. I'll fill up the bullet belt. They just slide in. Huh, what a coincidence. There's exactly the same number of bullets as empty slots.
All right. We got a lipstick machine gun thing. Okay, let's go back to the airport graveyard so that we can put this here and can finally start shooting at the bad guys.
Well, here we go. A-okay. Now the machine gun is ready for firing whenever I might need it. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so they leave the house. Then I can go in and untie Gina and we'll escape through the trap door. When those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll...
Okay, yeah, shut up. Shut up. I know the plan, okay? Okay, let's go back. Well, once again, thank you, the Hermit Gamer, for actually helping me with this because the puzzles are definitely very convoluted. I'll probably be very stuck if it's not for you. Okay. How do I go back inside? Where's the damn trap door? How do I go back in? This is not the game for you. Needs more. Oh, yeah, it's definitely more LucasArts vibes. I mean, I bought the game series on a sale, okay? It was Steam sale. And also it's Pendulum Studios, right? Because I played the next big thing. I thought it was fun. I bought a bunch of games. I'll say this. Yesterday's series is more fun than I expected. I like the storyline. I wish they answered more questions though, because the bad guy from the first game, we don't know what really happened to him. And then his friend did die too, so really there's just a cliffhanger there. Second game is more focused on the girlfriend and John, which again, we didn't really learn about his origins. Not really. It was fun though. But yeah, it's a bit, you know, I'm expecting something more along the lines of those two games. You know, because the next big thing was bizarre, but it wasn't terrible. It was not as convoluted as this one. At least not in my memory, I think. Yesterday was still okay too. It wasn't terrible from my memory. I don't remember it being horrible, but this one's a bit more, very more LucasArts like. Okay, where is the damn trapdoor?
It's closed. No, it would be highly unadvisable for me to approach the door.
Oh, okay, from here.
The idea of going back in there doesn't amuse me at all, but I guess I have to.
Okay, combine the helmet, the butter.
I can use the helmet as a pot to melt the butter.
And then peanuts.
I'll put the peanuts in. Great, now all I have to do is heat it up so everything melts together nice and smooth. And ta-da! I'll have whipped up a lovely batch of peanut butter. Good thinking. With the sun beating down on the freezer lid, it must be hot enough to fry an egg. Perfect for making that tasty peanut butter.
But, and honestly though, the way the Brian is talking definitely makes me feel like this game is made more for kids or like PG-13 than yesterday. Because yesterday is much darker.
Not real peanut butter, but
as compared to this one.
Just like the real thing.
This one definitely, despite the themes of the Mafia and stuff, I feel like definitely feels it's for younger audience. So, okay, I made the peanut butter. Go back to the train car.
Well, it seems like a harebrained scheme, but why not? Can't hurt to try. Let's see.
If it was me, I would stay far away from this when it happens. I really hate insects.
Let's see if those ants show any sign of life. Jeez. Unbelievable. This isn't happening. Wild beasts.
They're mutated ants, okay?
Absolutely amazing. They've munched up the shack into a pile of sawdust. Luckily, the things inside have remained intact. There's enough dynamite to blow this whole place up.
And then let's take all of them.
I hadn't seen what those...
Yeah, take it. I mean, take it.
I better walk carefully with this stuff on.
Take the dynamite and the detonation equipment. Revisit the oil well and use it on the oil well. Okay. I'm not sure why I want to blow it up, but okay.
Fine plan. If I choose the right moment to blow up the well, I can draw the goons' attention. Let's put the dynamite in place.
Maybe it gets better once we go back to the city or something.
The detonator goes behind this rock, which is perfect for protecting me from the blast. Let's go over the plan again. We've got to get the thugs' attention so when those thugs go back inside the house and realize Gina and I are gone, we'll implement part 2 of the plan. somehow locking the bad guys in.
I'm trying to be generous. Yes, I'm trying to be generous.
Part 3 is finding a getaway vehicle. We seem to be in the middle of a desert.
Okay, shut up. Shut up.
I'll go talk with the girls and put the plan in motion.
I'm sorry, he repeated that same thing like 4 times.
I've got something
I don't need to repeat the plan 4 times to me.
Which do you want to hear first?
Oh, dear boy, start with the good news, please.
I've cooked up the perfect plan to set Gina free and get us all out of here. I'll need a bit of cooperation on your behalf, but it'll be easy, so don't worry.
So what about that bad news, darling?
Well, let's see. Do any of you know how to fly a helicopter?
A helicopter?
A helicopter?
Calm down, girls. It's no problem. Sergeant Hewitt reporting, sir. Reconnaissance pilot from the Bravo Division.
Of course.
Windward Regiment, 2nd Battalion, Charlie, United States Marines.
Of course.
You're a Marine? Oh, that's awesome, Carl.
Conveniently.
Yes. Very well then. There's no time to waste. Go get your things and take them to the chopper. Then I'll explain the details of the plan and tell each of you what your mission is. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that we're flying out on a helicopter that doesn't hold all the stuff you've got in the bus. Please, just take what you need. Oh, good thing you brought just the essentials. And hey, you don't expect us to be taking the bodybuilder along too, do you?
He's really a nice boy, Brian. He just needs someone to set him
Oh
on
my
the right path.
Us girls will take care of that. The poor guy just needs a chance in life. We'll get.
Oh, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I can't stand Lanny's voice.
The important thing is this. Listen. First, we're going to cause an
Her
explosion.
talking in this game is just, it doesn't fit well to me.
Don't worry, it'll be simple.
Off, I don't know.
You just have to activate the detonator and run to the helicopter, okay?
And how will I know when to push the button?
We'll use radio transmitters. You'll each be wearing one, and I'll give you instructions over the walkie-talkie. Lula, are there enough transmitters?
Yes, sweetie pie. No problem. There are more than enough.
Perfect, then. Lula, we'll be taking advantage of your excellent marksmanship, so use the machine gun I set up for you in the airplane graveyard. It's got a great clear shot to the cabin. If the plan goes off without a hitch, the oil well will blow up and those thugs will run out of the cabin to find out what happened, which is when I slip in and free Gina. All right, when the thugs go back inside, you'll start to shoot at the cabin to keep them from running after us, since they'll have realized that Gina's gone. Understood?
Understood? It's gonna be so much fun to slaughter those pigs, but when do I make a run for the helicopter?
Let's see, you'll still be too far from here, and you've got to give us cover while we retreat. Mariola, Gina, and I will be on board the helicopter. We'll take off and go pick you up at the plane cemetery.
Okay, but don't forget about me.
Calm down, nobody's staying on land. Carla, you'll start up the engines as soon as Mariola gets back from the oil well, okay? Yoo-hoo, Carla!
Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. I was just going over this flight manual.
Flight manual? Carla, are you sure you know how to fly this bird?
Why, of course. I was just reviewing certain concepts. I've got more in-flight hours than a bald eagle.
And just about the same hairdo, you old hag.
Your insides are just eaten up with jealousy.
Come on, girls, don't claw each other's eyes out. Carla, we have 100% faith in you. In our prayers, too.
This is so exciting, girls. I feel like I'm on Charlie's Angels.
Okay, enough talk. Everyone get in position. Good luck to everyone. And to myself. Okay, let's make sure everything's set up. Hey, Mariola, are you in position?
Oh, yes, of course. Ready.
Okay, wait for my signal. Lula, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
It's like watching a movie more than playing a game at this point.
Perfect. Just stay alert. Carla, all set?
In position, sir. Sergeant Hewitt, prepared for takeoff.
Very good. You pay attention, too. A-okay. It's time. Let the party begin. Mariola, blow up that well.
What in the world was that?
Oh man, they blew up the well.
I don't like this one bit. We gotta call the Sandrettis.
The girl's gone.
Take cover. We're being ambushed. That's impossible, crazy broad.
This is actually like a comedy movie, actually. I feel like it's more fun because I have you, Hermit, giving me instructions on what to do. Because if I would have to do it on myself, you know, I would be so frustrated more than enjoying this game. But because you're giving me instructions and solutions,
Get us out of here!
you know, I'm having more fun.
Wait, what's the matter now?
I broke a fingernail activating that damn detonator.
I can get your fingernail back.
What a getaway, huh? You can't deny it. It was amazing! The helicopter ride? Well, let's just say it was pretty intense. Carla hadn't piloted a plane for years, and I admit my palms were a bit sweaty.
You're alive.
But the important thing is that she got us to the part of Arizona where the Hopi people live. We thought we'd find more information on the weird crucifix there. Fortunately, I got the crucifix back along with the rest of my stuff when I went into the cabin to save Gina.
Oh, yeah, great.
And luckily the girls had all their wardrobe with them so they could lend Gina and me some clothes. We knew it'd be great to put on clothing better adapted to the part of the desert we were headed for.
Hopefully the other girls, are they following us or are they just gonna drop us off and then they'll go to LA? Is that it? Yeah, this chapter has a lot of steps and it's very convoluted. That's the thing. It's very like LucasArts style, you know, that kind of like puzzles, which is I'm not a huge fan of. So I appreciate the help, actually. I really do, because I would not have thought up a lot of these things myself. I'll be stuck for a long time.
I always cry like a baby.
I promise, we'll go see your show as soon as we have time.
You better stick to that promise if you don't want to piss off a Marine, Q.
Next one has the same length, if not more steps. If you want to bail, not that.
Goodbye, girls.
You know what?
Get you.
I can end here today
Bye.
and then continue tomorrow. How about that? So they're going off to LA. Okay.
We're on our own.
You got a problem with that? Being alone with me doesn't make you uncomfortable, does it?
Of course not, silly.
Hey, don't get mad. I was just kidding.
Come on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like I said, I really can't get used to Lonnie being the voice of the characters in this game.
Across an actual Hopi.
I doubt it.
Especially she sounds so much like herself.
Behind here. Let's go.
Like Nancy's voice doesn't fit this lady, you know? I'm sorry. I just imagine her as Nancy. But this girl is far from Nancy. I think if I were to play this on my own, I could muddle through the steps, but this is not the kind of story characters I'm looking for in my point. Yeah, it's definitely a bit different from what I imagined because the description and the game that I actually am playing, it's a bit different from my expectation.
I'll catch up with you.
I'm gonna take a look from up there.
She's gonna get in trouble, isn't she? With her luck.
Hey! Gina!
Yeah.
Gina! Answer me! Gina!
Her eyes are useless.
No.
You know, like, what's her eyes for? Blind. Can't see a thing. Stupid. Yeah, definitely not what I'm expecting. And come on, stop being the... Stop giving me the bad ending, like, flashback shit. You can't tell me that we went through all that and she just dies because she was blind and just stepped through a hole. Of everything that we've been through. But given the fact that I've seen the summary for the other two games, I'm sure she's still alive. This is ridiculous. Oh, fucking hell. Army, come on, shut up already. Stop the stupid song.
Feeling sorry is not the answer.
Hey! Who are you? I didn't hear you come up.
I am Wupuchim, last of the Hopi chiefs. The answer is to continue on your mission, not to feel sorry.
How do you know all this? I don't understand how you... Hey, wait a minute. Did you say Hopi?
I did, of course.
That's incredible. I'm here to find out the meaning of a crucifix of Hopi origin.
Show me the object.
This is it.
My young friend, this is not a crucifix. It is a sacred key.
A key? But it's not shaped like a key.
The way you are holding it in your hand. Press strongly on the upper part with your thumb.
Oh. Well, it sure looks like a key now. And what is it this sacred key opens?
It is the key to the sacred Hopi crypt.
The sacred crypt? Where is this crypt?
Right across from our village.
Brian talks like an idiot.
Other side of the Great Canyon, where Isturak...
Does he not have common sense?
Dawn.
Oh. And could you tell me how to get to the Hopi village?
The sacred key went to you, so your destiny is to reach the sacred crypt. What path to follow? The path of knowledge, no doubt.
Well, I think there's something I should tell you. You see, the truth is that this key is not mine. Hey!
I know that they wanted to emulate the pulp adventure genre, but this feels like a B-minus TV show.
Just like when
You know what this feels like? This feels like they're trying to like combine a few stuff, like for example the Scooby-Doo type of like funny danger kind of thing,
continue on the mission that brought us here,
but not doing so well.
Now I know the crucifix is actually the key to a crypt. If I manage to find the Hopi village, I'll be able to enter that sacred crypt, and I'll probably find an explanation for this
with this whole monologue thing.
Top to it.
This whole monologue thing, it feels like they're copying something, but not doing a very good job.
Looks like there's a small town over there. I'll go see if I can find someone who knows about the Hopi village. Wow, this place looks like something out of a John Ford movie. You've got your hotel, your sheriff's office, the typical saloon from the Old West, and there's even an old derailed steam-powered locomotive.
And just as I mentioned Scooby-Doo, we come to this town.
Wait! Stop! Don't shoot!
Who are you, and what are you doing in my town? And put up your hands so I can see them.
Hey, hold your horse.
And that's Lonnie again, I think.
Look,
I think she voices multiple characters in this game.
I'm a bit lost around here. Can you help me out?
Well, okay. I guess you're not lying. Come in and we can chat.
It feels like I'm definitely watching a show more than playing a game.
So, you say you're lost, huh?
Well, maybe you can tell me how you got here then.
Well, the truth is, I'm not totally lost. I'm trying to find a Hopi village that used to be...
Happy Wednesday, Irma.
I came into this town hoping to find information on...
We're watching the B-minus TV show that's Runaway Road Adventure.
Archaeologist or something like that?
No, I know nothing about archaeology. I need to find it for another reason.
You don't look like an archaeologist, to tell you the truth. Though I suppose they don't all carry whips and wear hats.
Oh, give it a rest, please. Do you know where that Hopi village is or not?
This may sound strange, but the history of this town, Douglasville, is very closely related to the history of that Hopi village.
Really? In what way?
Oh, yeah, I sound like I'm enjoying myself? Great.
Okay, well, here it goes. This village was...
And also, when we say B-minus TV show, we don't mean like Secret Files B-minus, like God tier amazing TV show, no. That's a totally different genre. This is not a good B-minus.
Everyone was prosperous thanks to the huge profits of the mine. And my great-grandfather even got the railroad to run through Douglasville.
Every time I hear Lonnie, I think of Nancy Drew, but then I realize I'm not playing a Nancy Drew game.
The mine and the mine shafts just kept growing and growing.
You can definitely tell the studio is very poor when they made this.
Totally unexpected.
Like, they have Lonnie voiced like 5 characters already at this point.
So what happened?
The inevitable. The Indians weren't willing to let white men ravage their lands. And J.T. Douglas wasn't the kind of man who would give up a fortune.
That's the name,
to get
J.T.
some
Douglas.
business
He's like
done in
talking
this
like it's like an
place.
AC
So
True
there
game.
was a bloodbath. It looked pretty bad for the Indians. They didn't have much to fight with, and a lot of them died. But then, something amazing changed everything. The Hopi tribe's medicine man came into Douglasville one morning at dawn.
Does Lonnie voice Gina in the other two games?
Terrible spell on
Gina is
everyone,
alive in the other two
and
games,
all
right?
the white men that might try to take over Hopi lands. They killed him on the spot, but not before the curse took
I'll
effect.
look it up.
What do you mean by that? What happened?
The mine inexplicably ran out of gold overnight, and not one more nugget of gold was ever taken out. The people in town started to catch a strange disease that the doctor couldn't cure. Whole families were
Let
driven
me
out
see.
of Douglasville in fear, trying to get away from the curse. The final straw was when the train derailed. It went out of control through the town, destroying everything in its path. Its last obstacle was the Douglasville Bank, which it plowed into like a wild buffalo. As you might suspect, J.T. Douglas owned the bank, too. That's where he was sitting in his fancy red French armchair brought in straight from Paris when 50 tons of iron flattened him. Once my great-grandfather had died, the few people left in town were hot on their heels.
Okay, Lonnie Manila voiced
A ghost town.
Gina in the second game as well, but the voice actor changed for the third game.
J.T. Douglas?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. By the way, my name is Sushi. Sushi Douglas. And this town is really mine. The deed to it has been passed
Why the
down
fuck
from
did your
generation to generation
dad call you
until it came to
Sushi?
me. And I was the
That
first
does not
one
sound
to
like a
get it
name
a year
that
and a half ago. I came here to live with two friends, Kevin and
would be
Russ.
named
Lived
by
in a ranch that was
someone long
completely
ago.
abandoned.
The three of you live here alone? No way! Wow, Sushi. I can see you're really informed about the history of the region. So,
Does your parents love sushi? Are they Asian or what?
remains of the Hopi village, right?
Well,
I can't imagine naming your
the
kid
mine was hid when
Sushi.
all that stuff I told you about.
Can you imagine a kid that
And
you know
before
is
that,
named
I had
Sushi?
absolutely no idea how to reach the Hopi village.
Okay. Oh, hello, Hamar, if I forgot to say hello again. Oh boy. We can finish talking to her first before we go. So let's keep. Yeah.
Do you think I could get to the Hopi village by going through the mine?
If you knew the directions to follow through the mine shafts, you surely could.
Do you know your way through the mine shafts to reach the Hopi village?
Me? Not a chance. I've never gone into that old mine.
I will say this, like the conversations in this game is not as smooth as like the other Pendulu Studios game that I've played so far. Like the next big thing, as bizarre as it is, the conversations smelt like more natural, like it flowed better. And even in yesterday, like I don't know, it's because it has different plot in both those games, but it sort of works better somehow, you know. But this one is just feels a bit off. I don't know. And I know it's because like the last Pendulum Studio game that we played is the Yesterday series, and it has like a darker theme to it, a more serious theme. And of course, given who we're playing as John yesterday, he's a more serious guy. Uh, but I don't know, man. I was expecting something more along those lines. Because when you read the summary of the game, you're expecting a bizarre adventure, sure, but it's like Mafia chasing after a college kid out of nowhere, and you're expecting something more serious in terms of the plot line, but then it goes all over the place. It's not what I was expecting when I first played the game, when I first got it. It's kind of weird.
Thought you might have an old map of
It
the
feels
mine.
like they're going
No, I
the
don't have any
Scooby
maps
Doo
of it.
route, but
Let me think.
it's not really doing a
I
very
guess
good
that if
job.
a map exists, it would be in the town bank. Probably inside the safe.
Do you really think the mine ran dry because of the Hopi medicine man's curse?
Well, I neither believe it nor deny it. What I do know is that the mine ran out of gold, even though such a thing seemed totally impossible days before. Not something very normal, don't you think?
Why did Kevin, Rucker, and you come live out here?
It was my idea. I felt the need for total isolation so I could devote myself to my greatest passion. They had similar concerns. So here we are.
So, what's your passion?
Computers and the whole world of technology surrounding them. I'm pretty good at it, you know?
I'm gonna continue on my search. Thanks for all your help, Sushi. See you later.
See ya. And good luck.
So your passion is computers and technology, but you moved to abandoned town in the middle of nowhere where there's no electricity, no internet, no computers, and no technology. Tell me that makes sense. But you know what? Before I do anything, let me save first. I always have to keep doing that. It's so weird that they can't let me save over my actual save. Okay. Alright, we'll do a chat for a bit before I end. So far, my impressions of the game. I was expecting more along the lines of yesterday, where it's more serious, and especially this game series, with the exception of the second game in the trilogy, Runaway 2, The Dream of the Turtle. I think that's what his name is. That one is not as well received, but the first and last game, the first and third game, is supposed to be really good. And because apparently, both The Next Big Thing and the Yesterday series, which I both kind of enjoyed, not my favorites, but I didn't hate them. They're both considered to be flops by the studio and failures, apparently. Yet this game series apparently is hyped up. I don't know if it's because it's the first, I think one of the first games that the studio made or something, but I don't see it. Like, why is this considered to be better than the Yesterday series or The Next Big Thing? Because the first game I played from Tadulu Studios is The Next Big Thing. Again, it's bizarre, right? It has like a bit of like the moon logic thing as well, but I feel like it kind of worked. I enjoyed playing that game. Enough so that I looked up the other games that they had in the series and went to get it. You know, hence why I got this series for years on a sale, because I thought that it would be pretty fun, you know? No, and the Yesterday series, apart from the audio issue that I had with the first game, which I think is because it's just so old or something, storyline itself isn't great, but isn't terrible. I mean, we got through the Yesterday series together. It wasn't that bad. I still enjoyed it. Like, very B-tier kind of game, I think. How did I rank it again? In my ranking? I should look it up. I still have the photo saved. Hold on. I rank it as cliche. The first Yesterday game is cliche. This Yesterday Origins is bizarre but good. So yeah, B tier. I still enjoyed it. You know, we enjoyed it. But this one though, I'm kind of skeptical about. I don't know, because I thought when we first started off, they'll be more serious, because it starts off with Gina running onto the road and Brian crashing into her. And it's not even his fault, but being the guy that he is, he sends her to hospital, takes care of her, makes sure she's safe. And he gets obviously dragged into it. Like, you know, Gina pretty much guilt tripped him, you know, into helping her out. And obviously because Brian fell in love with her at first sight or something. And decided why not. And then got involved with the Mafia and everything. And then for the majority of time, Gina did no shit too. Like when at the museum, she just walked around with Clive. Despite knowing the fact that she may be in danger, walked around with Clive. You know, and then everyone so far we've met, the majority of characters are idiots. The only characters so far that I kind of enjoyed are the 3 drag queens. I didn't even get to talk to them as much because I was trying to get through the game. But honestly, they're the better additions of the game because they had personality. They weren't completely useless. Like, the janitor is an idiot. I mean, you have two people just wandering into your workplace in the middle of the night. Your boss didn't tell you about them, and you just what? Sit there, laugh, do nothing. I mean, the two guys that wandered in, they didn't look like good guys. They looked like typical mafia bad guys, and he just sit there like, oh, nothing. And then there's Clive, who's also an idiot. Like, I mean, he's a businessman. You would think that he would know better. That if someone would say, "Okay, we'll let you go if you give us what we want," like that's never gonna happen. That's usually not the case. Like, especially if they came in to the museum, right? But as they were walking and stuff, they could have encountered like the janitor's body who has been shot and stabbed downstairs. If they're not blind, they would have seen it. Why do you think that if someone's so okay with murdering and kidnapping people would be willing to let you go just because you gave them what they wanted? You know, so immediately just stupid. And then we don't know what happened to Susan because the janitor died. Clive died. Susan's passed out like because we gave her the coffee and she just crashed. Is she still alive? What's gonna happen to her now that her boss is dead? The coworker is dead. Like, is the show still gonna run? What's gonna happen? We just move on from that. There's no story to, and nothing that we can learn. At least not at this moment. So I'm hoping at the very least at the end of the game that there's gonna be some news report or something that tells us what happened to the museum, because I want to know. And then this location, I mentioned earlier that it feels like this game is going for the kind of Scooby-Doo-ish vibe. No, or Hermit says that they're trying to do like a pulp adventure kind of thing. I feel like along those lines, pulp adventure, Scooby-Doo-ish, kind of like non-serious kind of like plot line. But they're not very good at doing that. Now, and I feel like in a way, as we have like mentioned, as we have like kind of like mistaken when we were first playing, they're really going for the George vibe, you know, like the broken sword kind of thing a bit. You know, what's if like the voice actor being made to sound really similar to George? You know, I don't think that is a coincidence because I know that this voice actor, having heard him voice other characters, his voice doesn't sound like that. You know, he has a great range. Like, if you've seen him voice Mason and Entaro in the Nancy Drew games, you know that his voice range, you know, so he purposely is told to or directed to sound similar to George. At least to the point where all of us were deceived and thinking, hey, is this George? And clearly there's Lonnie. Again, great voice actress, but I mean, her voice is very distinct. You know, of all like the 5-6 characters she's voiced at this point, you can clearly tell that she sounds like her. She doesn't have she doesn't like really change her voice. You know, it's not like, say, this guy's voice actor, where unless you told me who he voiced, I would have not known that they were the same voice actor, honestly. Because I never thought Mason Ventaro was the same voice actor. When someone told me, I was shocked. And then when I found out he was the same voice actor, like, and then he's voicing this guy, never expected that. So it's kind of like, and also Lonnie, as good as you are, I'm sorry, you're breaking immersion for me because you voiced 6 characters at this point in the game. Like, every single character I meet somehow, if they are female, or even if they're a drag queen, for example, they have your voice. Like, it's like, you know, majority of them just have your voice, and it's just so weird. Like, everyone I meet has the same voice. You know, they don't even sound all that different. It just sounds like similar. I know this might be a budget thing, but it's just breaking immersion for me a little bit at that point. And the puzzles, again, very convoluted, very Lucas Arts vibe. And I know a lot of like retro games that from this time period had this kind of like puzzle, I suppose. But again, I'm not a fan. I'm not. I mean, that's not a secret anymore, given the last few games I've played. in which I have mentioned that out of all of them, my favorite would be Full Throttle, like the only one. And even in that one, there's like few puzzles that has that LucasArts kind of like logic. It's not as bad though. This one though, it's like, but in the beginning one is still okay. Like at the hospital part, it's still okay. The only thing about this game is because of the way Brian works, he's not a klepto. You know, so I'm used to say like George Stobart or Nancy Drew, where they just take everything they find and just keep it forever. In this game, you learn that for Brian, he doesn't do that. Sometimes you thought you looked at everything, but then because Brian haven't learned something yet, so he doesn't know that he needs something. So you thought that you looked at everything, you don't have to look at it again. But in this game, you have to, because at the same location that you've looked everything over, there might be something that Brian suddenly needs because he learned that he needs it for whatever he needs. Like in the hospital, like the clipboard. I looked at the papers and stuff, but Brian didn't know that he needed to fake a body at that time yet. He didn't to make the fake like Gina. But after we start doing that, he learned that he need the chart thing. We had to go back and look at the same drawer, the same file thing, and realize, oh, we need the paper there. So that's a new concept I need to get used to, because I'm so used to just characters in the main, like as a point and click adventure game character, just taking everything that they need and just, you know, being a klepto. But Brian, okay, he's kind of klepto. He still does take things from other people and not return it. But not as bad, I guess. Which, by the way, what happens to the Mayan mask and everything? Because we took the Mayan mask, we had the bowl with us, but then we got knocked out and was on a helicopter. What happened to the stuff? I know Clyde's dead, but I mean, Susan's still there. I mean, like, what happened to the stuff? Did the Mafia people just emptied our pockets and just leave the stuff there, or what? I don't know, man. It's weird. And then, okay, I know it's probably not intentional. It's probably related to this just game storyline. But this town, because I mentioned Scooby-Doo, this town reminds me of Showdown and Ghost Town. Scooby-Doo game. Which occurs in an abandoned, like, kind of like western town. So yeah, just, and also I feel like a lot of the game parts, again, I said this multiple times now, but I still want to say again, thank you, Hermit, for helping me so much. But I would have been so stuck without Hermit. And also I realized that a lot of the parts involve the player just watching a cutscene rather than you doing anything. Really, it's just like you're watching a show. You know? So, because it's not like, say, for example, the Broken Sword games, where sometimes when you confront the bad guy, you need to time it properly. Like, oh, you need to do this at this timing in order to get away. No. So after the character all talks and have the monologue and shit, you need to time it so that you could survive. Otherwise, there's a death scene. But in this game, pretty much you don't have to do anything. Like, for example, after we help Gina escape from the cabin, everything from there on is just a cutscene. You're just watching a movie. Which I know it makes it easier, but at the same time, it's like, where is the excitement? I, for a moment, thought I could fire the machine gun. I could do something, but no, I was just like watching the entire thing play out, and then that's it. So it's a bit, I don't know how to feel about this game, actually. It's not the worst game I've played. Like, it's definitely And I can only say this because Hermit helped me, okay? But it's not as bad as Day of the Tentacle. Because I still find the logic of Day of the Tentacle stupid. Especially when in the beginning of that game, like the big bad, like the tentacle, the purple tentacles, being able to be so evil, so powerful, people are afraid of standing up to him. And then how you defeat him in the end, bowling ball. The whole army of the purple tentacles, how you defeat them, bowling ball. And then they get knocked out. That's it. One bowling ball. Like, honestly, it made the whole game feel pointless. I could just grab a bat and just whack the purple tentacle across the head, and that would be it. You know? Or I would throw fire at him and then make sushi, as I've said. Like, you know? So that one still, I don't like that. Because in the beginning, they made it look such dangerous. We need to really stop him because he's so powerful. But the ending, shit. So this one's still not as bad. Because as much as this game is a bit bizarre and a bit too much like cutscene-y, I wish I could interact more and have like, I don't know, like a death scene or something. You know, second chance. Because even for some of the Scooby-Doo games, you get a second chance. You know, because when Scooby gets too scared, for example, some of the Scooby-Doo online games, the ones I mentioned before where they have like the 4-episode part, if Scooby and Shaggy gets too scared, they can get frightened away, then you have to try again. You know? But this one doesn't have it, you just watch the cutscene. But still, not as bad. Convoluted. Definitely a lot of convoluted puzzles. Pretty much just them dragging a lot of things out. And doing it in such a way where, like I've mentioned before, I, as a person, as me, I can think of it, like the solutions, because it doesn't make sense to me. So the thoughts like, oh, I need to do this, or I need to, you know, it doesn't come up to me at this point. So if it's not because for you guys telling me, hey, you should do this, you're just letting me know what I should do, I won't be able to do it. I'm like, why do you need to do that? Doesn't make sense to me. Why is that the solution? But in games like this, that's the solution. So it's kind of weird to me with it, you know? Retropunk that tries to modernize the formula but has some holdout design choices from the older generation. That's just my feel. Okay, I will defend this game in a way by saying this game came out in 2001. It is a bit like newer as compared to some of the point and clicks we've played, or even if you compare it to some of the point and clicks from that time period, not as bad. You know, like you can tell what they're trying to do. You know, like because there's some other popular games from that time period that I feel like they're trying to emulate what they're doing, which I mentioned Broken Sword's one of them. You know, like you can tell there are a couple of times in the game where it feels very Broken Sword-ish to me. Like they're trying to really emulate the George Stobart vibe, which I don't think they did a good job at. And again, he's complicated to me. I don't get him too much. Because in the beginning, he started off as this, oh, I'm so smart, to the point where I got invited by this person to go out to work with him because I'm this really smart college kid. You know, I'm gonna go to university on scholarship, whatever. But at this point, though, as I play, he feels so dumb to me. I don't know. Again, the only explanation I can give this is because this game is advertised for kids, maybe. So it's made more kid-like for the kids. But I'm playing as an adult, so it feels off to me. It's the only excuse I could give this game. I don't know. Story-wise, I wouldn't touch this game of my own accord with a 10-foot pole. I mean, I thought it was like a pendulum game. Like the next big thing was fun. I know that was like considered a flop and a fail for the studio itself. but I enjoyed it, as bizarre as it is. And there's even really bizarre parts where you go into other people's minds and shit in that one. Okay, that one has a really fantasy-ish storyline, but I enjoyed it. I like the storytelling of that game because that game actually, you get a hint system in that game. I think it's because it's one of the newer games that they've made. And you know, like the system, you play as this dude, right, and then the lady, but you know who? And this is a plot twist. Okay, so I'm just gonna spoil it for you. It's not. It's not very important, but the guy who gives you the hints is the guy that you're playing as, but older. So he's retelling the story of when he was younger. Like, they don't outright say that, but if you're smart enough, you would have noticed the similarities, you know, and figure it out on your own. I did when I was playing. But I thought it was fun, this twist. And then obviously they get married, of course. They became a couple. Had kids, grandkids. It was a nice thing. I thought the game was, as bizarre as it is, it was great. And then so I bought yesterday. And then despite like the problems I have with the audio, yesterday, the first one, story-wise is still okay. It kind of makes sense, right? As much as they're like unanswered questions and everything. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite game. I did rank it cliche. But I like the concept, you know, the John yesterday not having his memories, being tricked by who he thought was his good friend. Only turns out that the guy was not his good friend, and even the player being tricked because we started off playing as him, and you would think that, oh, he's the good guy, but no, he's not the good guy. You know, the orange-haired guy, which I forgot his name, you know, and his buddy, we thought they were good guys. Turns out he's not. They're the villains. And then you play as yesterday thinking they're the good guy, and then you realize that they're not your friends. They are your kidnappers and torturers. They are the terrible people that you have to stop. Of course, the first game ends on a cliffhanger. They don't get ever mentioned in the second game at all. They don't even show up. But story-wise, still okay. Cliche, like I said, cliche. Really typical plot. It's not, you know, like, as you play it, obviously you can guess the plot sometimes. It's not like it's super, like, they did a good job in the mystery part, I suppose, but not terrible. I still finished it, you know, and then yesterday Origins, I still finished that too. So I thought that it would be more serious. Because, I mean, we played yesterday Origins. Does it have bizarre parts to it? Yes. I mean, you have a guy and then the girlfriend who's immortal. They keep reviving themselves pretty much after they die. It's bizarre. There's like crazy plots, and then there's a whole time thing because you keep like going back in time as like, because you're John, right, remembering your past, so you keep having the time flashbacks thing. It's a bizarre game, but they made it work. And even with the whole more serious plot line. And then this game, it starts off because the plot, like the summary of it, you know, it's like how they explain it. It's like, oh, this college kid, fresh out of like college, you know, going into university, suddenly gets chased after by Mafia. And then he meets this stripper, which is not mentioned, by the way, in this game ever. I don't know why they wrote that on Steam. Gina, you know, the singer. You know, and then an adventure ensues, and I thought it would be more of like a serious like plot line, but with a bit of bizarre here and there, similar to the other Pendulum games I've played. You know, like yesterday, for example, which you guys have seen. So I thought there would be a more serious focus on the storyline because there's Mafia. You know, they killed people, and your life is in danger. And in the beginning, when at the hospital area, you think that there's a more serious plot line. But then as we keep playing, you realize that that's not really the case. Like, again, the way they're doing it is very unlike yesterday. You know, they're doing it very like Brooklyn Sword, Scooby-Doo-ish. Or as some would call it, pulp adventurous. They're trying to emulate that, but it's just kind of failing, you know. Like, again, I've said this before, about other games. It's like kind of like they're mashing things together and then it's kind of not working that well. It's still not terrible. I could I will probably be able to finish it and keep playing with you guys' help. Because if I'm playing it on my own, like if I'm not streaming this, right, and you guys are not watching me, if I'm playing this on my own, I probably would have quit. Because I did for Deponia. You know, not that Deponia is not a great game, obviously. It's made by Daedalic Entertainment. But it's a very acquired taste kind of thing. You know, like some people like it, but not for me. So I would most probably very, very likely actually just quit and never touch the game again. Because I got it on sale. It's not like it was very expensive for me. You know? I probably would just be like cheat my entire way through if I have to finish it, if I want to. Either quit or just prefer to walk through for the whole thing. But if I was playing alone, probably I would just have stopped playing. But because of you guys, you help me out, and then I'm able to chat with you guys. That's kind of making things a little bit better. You know? Because otherwise I feel like I'll be bored by the storyline. Because, for example, especially since I bought the bundle, so obviously I read the summary for the next 2 games. I know Gina doesn't die. And at this point, I feel like it's kind of getting tired that every single time she disappears. The only reason why we don't see her, it's not like, say, in Broken Sword, where Nico goes to do something. Because even though we don't play as her, Nico is doing her job. She's trying to investigate. She's trying to call people. Like, she has a job. And obviously, if you want to know what she's doing, you can play the director's cut, which was released after, and learn there what she's doing, right? But in this one, it's just like, I don't know, it's just, she just disappears. She's not doing anything useful. Like, when she was at the hospital, I could still understand it because, I could understand the hospital part because she was unconscious. She was sleeping because of the meds. At the museum part, she could have helped out. It is her problem. Yeah, she feel no remorse, no guilt, no nothing. She's just like, oh, I'm gonna go on a walk with this, like, dude, sure. Why are we the ones that get, like, dragged into your mess? Like, you even bother to try and talk to people? Like, convince people? Like, or do research? Nothing. She just goes on a date with Clive and then comes back. She gets kidnapped and then she's just locked up for the entirety of the chapter 2, chapter 3. And then we're now what chapter we are on? I can't see what chapter we are. I don't know what chapter we're on. Okay, chapter 4. We're now at chapter 4. And again, she's disappeared. You would think that, oh, we're gonna get to meet up with Gina, do something with Gina. Maybe even if we don't play as her, you can see her, maybe talk to people or try to investigate something, you know, split up or something. But no, she just drops and then that's it. It's not the game you please go out. But here's the thing though, it's like, why do you have to keep making the lady disappear? Like, I don't understand. Because it's not like I haven't played games where there are 2 characters on a team before, but you only get to play as one character. You don't switch. You know? Like, for example, Broken Sword, like I said. George and Nico. You may not be able to play as Nico, but you do know that she's doing something. Art of Murder series, where Nico Bennett has a partner. And even though, yes, you don't get to play as the partners. Her first partner is explained as like he's just gone all the time. But he just suddenly shows up when he's required. He's doing his own kind of investigation. And in the second game, I think it was the second game, she had a new partner. And you don't get to play as him too, but then you get calls, you know, you get explanation as to why they are missing. Oh, I gotta go work on something else. I gotta do this and that, and it's kind of explained somehow. But you get 2 characters in this game, and one character is just gone forever. Why? stupid reason. You can't even give a good explanation as to why the person goes away. It's just pretty much a very useless character. And the problem here is that, unlike, say, for Broken Sword, where George decides to investigate on his own, he's not dragged into the mess. He decides to investigate and get involved because of himself. It's his own decision to do it. He wants to investigate because he almost got killed. And he's just curious. He just wants to find out just who bombed the cafe, who killed the professor guy, and who almost killed him. He decides to get involved. He didn't have to. He can just leave it to the police, but he just wants to. His choice. Art of Murder series, where you're playing as an FBI agent. You're police. You're a detective. You get involved. You're investigating a case, right? There, you know, it's the problem with this game is that it's not the character's choice. You see, you know, like, I know most gamers hate when they switch into a different character. For me personally, though, I don't mind it that much if you're able to explain it away. For example, in the Nancy Drew games, where you get to switch in some of the games, you get to switch to a different character. Why? Because Nancy needs help. I don't like the way Nancy does it sometimes, especially, say, like in Legend of the Crystal Skull, where she just forces Bess to do stuff that she doesn't want. But I like that you get to switch sometimes, and there's a reason for it. It's that they need to do something, investigate, and they're in two separate locations, and the other person's unable to come over. So if you need help, if the game decides to let you play as two different characters, meaning you get to play as the second character, you know, and do all the investigation stuff and then get back to the other character, you know, or if not, you just call the other character or just let them know, hey, I'm going to do this. I need your help. And they go do it. And then as you keep playing, there's a time period in the game where after you do something, it triggers the other character calling you or coming back and saying, hey, I found this information. You know, and then they accumulate all the clues together, you know, kind of thing. You know, but this game is just their explanation for one. It's just Gina just keeps disappearing all the time. She's asleep. She drops into a hole. She gets kidnapped, you know, locked up, or what? She goes on a date. It's like, I don't know, like, it's like, and the way she drops into that hole, it's like, if you not see where you're walking, the hole is not tiny, man. The hole's not concealed or anything. It's not like a, you know, like sometimes in some games with or shows where there's a trap and the hole is very well concealed. You can tell there's a hole there until you stepped on it. No, the hole is a big ass hole. There's nothing hiding it. She just dropped down into it and that's it. She's gone. It's like the game can come with a good explanation as to why Gina has to disappear. So they make up all these excuses and it's so dumb. It's just like useless. And again, like I said, the problem with this game and compared to the other games is that this is Gina's problem. She's the main character. She's the person the Mafia people want. It's her problem. And she needs to be one to investigate. You know, because the Mafia's after her. Why? Because of her dad and the conversation they had before that, and the whole crucifix, which is now we now know is a key that was given to her. It's her problem. Brian is dragged into this mess not on his own intention. He didn't choose to get involved. He's guilt-tripped and trapped into being involved. And the only explanation for that, other than Gina guilt-tripping him, is that, oh, I fell in love at first sight with this lady. Mafia? With guns? Knives? Can kill me? Doesn't matter. I'm in love. That's it. And then Gina doesn't help at all. In fact, she doesn't show that she cares in any way about like all the danger that's been put up. She's never apologized. She's never said, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you're getting involved with all this. Thank you for saving my life." No, nothing. Up until this point. First part of the game, you know, after we saved her from the hospital and tricked the Mafia and people into thinking they killed Gina when they didn't. Didn't say thank you. The first thing she said was like, "How could you leave me? You're leaving me for California." She's guilt tripping him into staying. Never said thank you or never said a sorry for almost getting you killed or getting you chased after by the Mafia people. Nothing of that sort. She gets kidnapped. We go to save her, you know, and run away with her. And then we don't see a conversation of her, "Oh, thank you for saving my life. You're the best," or whatever. Nothing. All she says is like, "Oh, you don't want to be alone with me?" Where's your... like this dude is dragged into your mess for no reason. He's a kid fresh out of college. He has a whole life ahead of him in university and stuff that he's giving up for you because you dragged him into your mess by not looking the way when you ran into the road. He didn't have to be involved, but he's not involved. He got his friend killed. Like literally, his friend Clive, who he called to help you out, killed. Not once have you said sorry. Not once have you said a thank you. You just, what, entitled for him to help you? Unlike, say, for even yesterday, where the girlfriend, you know, is like, shows up, is badass, and it's like, "Oh my God, you know, I'm gonna save my boyfriend's life, you know, risk my life for him and stuff." No, it's nothing of that sort. You don't see it with Gina. It's like she just acts entitled, like, "Oh my God, you know, like you have to do this." Every time you say you want to, you might want to go on your own and do stuff, or, you know, you want to go back to your own life. She just... I don't like Gina. I know, what's the point, man? It's like at this point, I feel like I want to have Brian as an option. Gina's, "You know what, Mafia? You want her? Go take her. Okay, I'll give you everything you want. Just leave me alone. I'll just drop it off somewhere, and then you can just go pick it up. Not my problem anymore." You know? Like, why do I need to care for this bitch? I got my friend killed. I got my life uprooted. Not even thank you. Not even a sorry. Nothing. But town isn't what's going on around these parts. Hello, Luphisra. We were playing Runaway, a road adventure, where the short version of the story is Brian got involved with a girl named Gina who ran onto the road and he bumped into her, literally, with his car. And then the Mafia was after her because of her father, and then some sacred key thing, treasure, I don't know. And then literally just, that's it, yeah. Who spoiled the story for Lou? The developers. The developers and their Steam summary. Because when you buy a game, you see the Steam summary, so it's like... rough time for her. Gina's not having a rough time. Brian's having a rough time. I'm sorry. Like, Brian's the one that got dragged into the mess, and then Gina has just disappeared for 4 chapters. I'm on chapter 4. She did no shit. Like, we saved her life from the hospital. She got kidnapped. We saved her from that too. And our friend died because of her. Not even sorry, not even thank you, and then now she's gone again. I put a spoiler in the story. I don't know. You know, especially I feel like it's so, like, you know, if you're buying a game in a bundle, right, and then Gina is supposed to be this, like, you're making this plotline where it's like, "Oh my God, it seems like Gina died." Well, maybe don't put Gina's name in the second and third game where people could look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, she's alive." It's like they did the whole thing, like this whole sad, you know, he's crying, and then the whole like flashback thing with Gina, like she literally died in just now before we came here. And I'm like, why? I know she's fucking alive, like, you know. I mean, really should have removed that from the summary. Like, don't include that in the summary. You could have wrote something else for summary without spoiling the first game. Yeah, it falls flat when you know she's alive. Now, I know, like, back when this game was first released, obviously there's no second and third game, you know? So, it worked, but you're releasing on Steam. That's where you get it. Or maybe on GOG, right? You have this game summary there. Why would you spoil your own game knowing that people would look at the game summaries and then would realize, oh yeah, she's alive, so it doesn't really matter that she is made out to be like dead or something in the first game. I mean, come on, man. You should not have included her name there. I know she's alive until the third game. I even know that it's Brian who goes missing in the third game, mind you. It's Gina who goes looking for him in New York, mind you. It's literally in the summary. Also, hello, Sturm. Forgot to say hello. Some people would think it's spoiled so many years of spoilers don't matter. I feel like that's kind of a terrible thing to do. Like, you know, like if you know your game, like why? Because there's so many games out there where they don't really even mention people or anything. Right? The summary is just really simple. You don't spoil anything. Even if they haven't played the previous game, it doesn't spoil anything. You know? Like, for example, one example I would give for that would be the Black Mirror series. I started playing Black Mirror 2 first before I played Black Mirror 3. Right? Before I played Black Mirror 1, I tried to play Black Mirror 1. I didn't really do it, but you know, I started playing Black Mirror 2 first. I didn't get any spoilers from it. That game is kind of old. It's not like it's a new game or anything, but there's no spoilers in the summary. I mean, you get spoiled when you're playing the game itself, of course, since I started the second game first, but no spoilers for anything, or third game, nothing. It's just, you just play. It really didn't matter much, you know? It's just, why would you include this kind of spoiler thing in the second and third game summary when apparently it's so important about Gina and her being believed to be dead for the first game? And then you just write her name in the summary of the second and third game. Because imagine if someone were to, like me, well, you like point and click games, there's a series, there's a bundle, and if it's a good price, I'm gonna go for that bundle. I'm gonna click on your game. I'm gonna read the summary of your game. I'm gonna watch the trailer and look at the pictures. And anyone who does that is going to be spoiled. So you making the first game being Brian believing that like Gina dies, it's so depressed and sad, kind of falls flat when I already know that she's not, because your second and third game shows her face on the cover. In the summary, you write her name there, and it's like, it's not, what's the point? There's no point. Which, and then the game itself is not serious enough too. Like, you have the Mafia involved and shit, your life is in danger, but somehow it doesn't feel as serious as when I was playing as like an immortal who keeps coming back to life and who could like time travel back memory shit. I don't know. They did something similar to the Ace Attorney series, just heads up. Thankfully, I don't remember anything from the summary of the game or anything anymore. Because I bought the Ace Attorney series, like the Phoenix Wright and the Trilogy, and then the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so long ago that I forgot everything about it. I bought it so long ago that I don't remember anything from it. The only thing I remember from it was a plot twist from the Apollo Justice series. There is, like, I watched Argolf play one of the Apollo Justice games, and that spoiler was so great and sad that I remembered that one plot. But I don't remember anything else from the Phoenix Wright series. Even though I've actually seen some of his videos on it, I don't remember anything at all. It's just not in my brain. It's only that one Apollo Justice game where I remember that one plot line. And I feel so sad. Which I don't have the Apollo Justice series. So I'll probably what, spoiler? You mean the Apollo Justice? I mean the Ace Attorney one? I don't know. That one I don't know. So don't tell me. Don't tell me. Which, since I'm just chatting, I'm not really playing. I should end the video here because the video is going to be already 2 hours and 45 minutes long for YouTube. So for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.